up everybody, I'm Alex and in this video we're going to talk about the Ducky Mecha Mini 60% gaming keyboard. First of all, let's start with this, that Ducky are making very high quality keyboards. They are using superior materials that are feeling very nice when you're using the keyboard. The whole casing of the keyboard is fully aluminum, so this one is built like a tank. You cannot bend it anyhow. It weighs a little bit above 820 grams, and for a 60% keyboard 820 grams is pretty insane. But yeah, the whole body is made out of very thick aluminum that guarantees you the quality of the keyboard and that it will last you for a very long time. This keyboard comes with a few different types of switches. In my case, these are the Cherry MX Browns. The Cherry MX Browns are very interesting switches because they have the tactile feel of a blue switch and they are silent like a red switch. This is something in the middle, so in my opinion these are one of the best switches. If you are into tactile ones, if you don't want the sound of the blue switch, you can go with the brown switch. No matter if you're typing or you're gaming or whatever you're doing, actually these switches feel very nice and I like them. The keycaps are also high quality. They are double shot PVT and they feel very nice when you are typing on the keyboard. But of course, if you want to change your keycaps, you can do it with any other keycaps, so it is up to you. I know that many people are changing their keycaps, but in my case, I don't think of changing anything. These ones are pretty good. And I like Ducky's approach into making few of the buttons different colors and for making themed space bars like this one. So this is another feature that I like about this company, that they are making high quality products and they have very personal approach to making them. As you may see, this is a 60% keyboard, so you don't have a numpad, you don't have arrows, you don't have even F keys. For using arrows and F keys or any other things that are like multimedia buttons or the keyboard, you have to use the function button. And to be honest, I had a pretty big struggle here while typing in Bulgarian, because in Bulgarian the C and H letters that forms the sound ch are in one letter, and in case to type this one letter I had to hold down the function and the escape just to be able to type it. The only thing that I missed were the arrows, because as I am playing I'm also working with the keyboard and I'm using the arrows. I'm actually using the numpad too, so without arrows it was a little bit of a struggle. There are function buttons for the arrows if you want. Of course you can hold down the function button and press the arrows, but in my opinion it is not very convenient. One interesting thing that I found about this keyboard is that you can actually control the mouse cursor using again the function key and the WSD keys. Pretty cool if your mouse actually malfunctions and you have to use the cursor in some way, so you can use this thing. As we are talking about the keys, it is time to talk a little bit about the RGB too, because I know many of you are into RGB and to be honest, the Mecha Mini has one of the best RGBs that I've ever seen on the market. And believe me, I have tested many keyboards. So here the main difference is that the whole backplate is white, and because it is white it can spew the lighting everywhere and it happens to be very good looking. The only thing that I don't like is actually that the Mecha Mini doesn't have a software. So without a software you have to use the function key, the Z, X, T and C keys, so you can control the RGB of the keyboard. You can customize every single button of the keyboard in the color you want, but in my opinion it is again inconvenient. It is not something that I really enjoy, adjusting the RGB with only 3 buttons. You can do pretty much everything with these 3 buttons, but I felt that I was losing a lot of time while trying to adjust the color that I want or something like this. With the software it is easy. You go to the software, you pick the color, you hit apply, and the color is on the keyboard. But here you have to tap many different keys so you can adjust the color. And I don't want to sound bad about the RGB of the keyboard, because as I said, this is one of the best that I have ever seen. And the only problem is that it doesn't have a software and everything should be adjusted by hand with the function key. And in this case the booklet with the instructions will be your best friend when you are going to adjust any setting on this keyboard. One of the great things about this keyboard is that it is powered via USB Type-C, and yeah, I am pretty happy to see that USB Type-C is already gaining its popularity across the peripherals manufacturers, and in this case you have a USB Type-C. Everything about the keyboard is very well made, everything is exceptionally good made, if I have to be honest. The RGB is very beautiful, the whole design is very nice, the strength of the keyboard is also very nice, but there's one thing that really bothers me. And this is the height of the keyboard. The Mecha Mini has a height of a normal keyboard and it doesn't have a wrist rest. So you know, you have a high keyboard without wrist rest, this means only one thing: not comfortable for a long play. And because it doesn't have included wrist rest in the keyboard, you have to use a separate one if you want your wrist actually to be at the level of the keys. If you can do like this, okay, but I really don't. I cannot complain about anything else about the keyboard. I was playing games, I was playing Modern Warfare, I was playing Overwatch, I was playing also the new Valorant, and the response is amazing. Everything is great. The keys feel very nice, and they should actually, because these are Cherry MX Browns. The other thing is that the keyboard has an N-key rollover, like any peripherals in the higher class, and the polling rate is 1000 Hz, so 1 millisecond polling rate. This is a great thing, a great keyboard, a great performer. My final conclusion is that if I'm going only for gaming and not for working, not for productivity, not for something that I'm using the numpad and the arrow keys, this is one of the best keyboards that you can get, because it is very small. It's a 60%, so it uses not that much space on your desk, and the whole thing is made out of aluminum, guys. It is a pretty strong one. My question to you is, have you ever tried any Ducky keyboards? And if you have tried, please write down below in the comments so I can know what your opinion about the Ducky keyboards is. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If you want, you can share it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.